Hey guys, so are you ready for the most heart-wrenching, most authentic interaction you've ever seen in a video game? And this person was kind enough, or I don't know if it was this person who did it, but the video is kind enough to really add in the emotions for us, at certain points to where it's like, oh wow, that hits. So Dragon Age, it's a heart-wrenching tale, and we've got Tosh here, and just I hope you're ready for the feels.
Here, vegetables.
Thank you.
So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
This is because I have criticized your dress or your manners.
It isn't!
Under the queen, the term for one whose gender does not match the one given to them at birth was a cunithlock. Perhaps you are like that.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy for me?
Evatosh, Chakra to Ebra.
Who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
No, you misunderstood. I will go. Thank you for inviting me to your home.
I know, heart-wrenching, isn't it? Um, Although do have to say that ham is looking pretty good. I mean, normally you see anime and stuff where it's like, oh my god, that food looks good enough to eat. But looking at that ham, it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like it's a little on the dry side, but maybe a nice little honey glaze to kind of help moisten it up. But that's so perky. I love it. It looks like we got some cheese. We got some nice fresh tomatoes. Yeah, you make a little. You can cut a little slice off and make a nice little sandwich there. I'm sure they have. I'm sure they got bread around there somewhere. Have a nice fresh ham sandwich with a little tomato and lettuce, little slice of cheese. Oh, that's so good. So good. Ugh. I'm sorry. Oh. But yeah, this is the kind of quality type of interactions you get in Dragon Age. And it's not just this. Like all the dialogue just seems unnatural. It just I've said before, it feels like the writers just went onto Tumblr and read a bunch of fanfics and they just got inspired by that. Like it doesn't seem natural. It just they try going out of their way to make the characters so quirky and whatever. It just none of it feels natural. And when you're having a conversation with someone, it's usually casual, and you don't sit down and like that and say, "I'm non-binary." You kind of ease them into it or something. You don't just sit down and say it. But everything about it, from the movements to the mouths, the synchronization of the words and the model and all that, to the conversation itself, it's just so unnatural. And you can tell that it was put there for a reason instead of being an authentic experience. And when you do that, that's when the game suffers. Because you can tell that you're only putting it there for certain reasons, not because you want it to be a genuine, heartfelt moment, but you're like, oh, we're going to use this as an opportunity to set all those, put all the bigots in their place and say that you need to accept a person when they do this because you don't know what they're just using this as an outlet to push their own ideological bullcrap. And this is why people are like, oh, everyone's so intolerant. This is why. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but when you continue to force stuff in games like this, you're going to create more intolerance because people are going to just say, I'm so tired of seeing it. I'm so tired of seeing this. I'm tired of hearing about it. Can it just please go away? And you're going to produce more intolerance rather than just making a good game with good gameplay, good story, good characters. You're intentionally going out of your way to do stuff like this. And it's going to suffer because of it. I identify as non-binary. Is this a modern day game or a fantasy game? And here I thought the push-ups were cringe, only to be eclipsed by the drivel. Pulling above. Okay, I'm also looking. Why is iCarly trending? Hang on. I have to, when I see this, I have to pause because for all I know, I can click on that and it's gonna be some freaking like deep fake of Miranda Cosgrove with her legs spread or something. So I want to know why iCarly is trending. Hang on. Okay, it's just Kai meeting Miranda Cosgrove. Oh, thank the Dark Lord. I like I said, sometimes with Twitter you have to be very careful. You know, because it's like iCarly and you click on it, it's like something about Dan Schneider or something like that, or you know, some deep fake of Miranda Cosgrove. But no, it's just Kai and Miranda Cosgrove hanging out. Okay. Um we got Asmongold. Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy Asmongold. Like, ugh. My friend hates when I do that. She's like, just don't. Please don't. We play fantasy to escape the modern world. Also fantasy now. This is wildly, yeah. Um, this is literally the writer's life drama and insecurities. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's not like it's a natural experience. They're putting it into the game for a reason. It's like, you bigots need to understand that everyone is different and that if someone comes to you and is opening up with you like that, you need to accept them. I don't need to do anything. And just because you tell me I need to accept it doesn't mean I'm going to. You know, you can't just demand something and have it happen. So, you know, especially when you do it in such a disrespectful way, people are not going to respond well to that. You can't just tell someone that like, respect me and my pronouns and my gender identity, and have them be like, okay, yes, I respect your pronouns and your gender identity. No, it doesn't work like that. If you want to get respect in return, you need to respect. This belongs in woke imagination, not in Dragon Age. Not the Seinfeld track. Organic my ass. What really took me out of the game is when the final boss came out wearing a MAGA hat. He came out and he was like, it's MAGA time. And then he sent out a few ads, and the ads were like, this is MAGA country. Is this fan-made parody dialogue? This can't be real. It's hilarious how the mom drops the lure bomb when there's God that there is a cultural term within their people for those who are unsure about their gender, and Tosh basically says yes, says screw you, I don't care about our people, use my pronouns instead. Yeah, yeah, because these people tend to think it's all about them. They expect you, oh, you need to respect me or else. Well, no, we don't. I mean, the world is cruel. Sorry to tell you this. And I've said this before. If you truly believe, if you're in your late 20s, 30s, or 40s, and you truly believe this, and you think that everyone has to cater to you and how you identify and this and that, and you feel, oh my God, my feelings are so hurt and I'm feeling triggered because your parents and the adults in your life have failed you. They failed you. Hardcore just failed. Oh, Drawn Together. I remember that. I remember that show. I thought this was fancy RPG. Dragon Age Origins still stands as the best Dragon Age game. Her mom needs to do some push-ups, and then all will be forgiven. She's got to do a barb. Ripped to another dev company as this dumpster fire flops hard. Like a soft, floppy donkey dick. Oh well, did it to they themselves. I'm sure Joan of Arc went through the exact same thing. Why is this tiresome shite even in video games? It's like they wanted to write a Netflix series but couldn't make the cut, so they had to put their drivel in a game. I mean, everyone's played it so far, and if people aren't playing it, they're watching people who are playing it. So it's not like, you know, if I had the money, I would love to play it. I really would, but I don't have the money to. I don't have the money, you know? So I have to watch people play it. But even when you watch people play it, you still get the experience of it. You're just not, holding that controller. But you're still going through the boss fights and hearing the dialogue and going through the world and this and that. So, I mean, um, but yeah, I don't mind anything else in the game. It's just above average. But God, the dialogues, who wrote it? Every time anyone talks to me in the game, it feels like they're talking to a child. If the same people will work on the next Mass Effect, I don't. Yeah, people have been worried about that as well. They're like, "Oh God, please, farewell, Mass Effect. You were a good dear friend, but it's time to finally say goodbye." Every time I am keeping me money. It's not who can already behave. Jesus Christ. See how the character lashes out? The mental illness simulator. No way. This is actual interaction. Is this interaction actually in the game? The laugh track is taking me out. Yeah, the laugh track made it better. But yeah, this is dialogue in the game. This is and more is just gonna show up. Because I mean, this is not a character who you play as. This is one of the characters in game. So, you know, again, if you want a game to be liked, stop pushing your own political ideology and your gender identity and all that other crap into the game. Just make a good game. Just make a good game. Instead of worrying about this crap, maybe focus on, I don't know, touching up the world itself, or making the actual interactions between your companions more authentic. You know, anything else. Anything else that might be pulling the game down. Just saying. Spend so much time writing this crap. You could have been doing something else. So, anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And I know, hopefully you guys had a box of tissues next to you, because that was really heart-wrenching. I know, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.